Okay, so I am here with another video. We briefly touched up on this at the grocery store tour where we talked about the sweet potatoes, and I did say that I was going to do a video cooking them. So here we are. So basically, I taught people in that video where it's very, very, very important that your measurements are accurate. And how you make them accurate is that you weigh them before you cook them. So right here is about 2 sweet potatoes. Now, probably about this big is how they were. Now, I am no chef. I did my very best. You do want to try to chop them up to make them consistent. If you have something where, like, you put it in like a chopper and it perfectly chops up pieces, or if you want to, you can make it into slices. You can make it into strings. There's a whole bunch of, like, different types of chopping machines that can work. I don't have that, so I just went old school, chopped it up with a knife. Now what I have here is I have my scale, so you could see, boom, right here. And then I turn on my scale, and I put my plate on, and then I clear it out. Now I know you can't see this, I'm in my house by myself, doing the best that I possibly can. I will bring it over and show you. So what I did here is, and again, I'm going to do my best to show you, is I have 4 different separate sections. So I really hope you can see this. So what I did was I have like a fake bowl, and I'll show you, a fake bowl, and then I have this little separator right here. So these are all 4 ounces. So what I did was, and I'll show you what I mean by that, I made like a mock bowl. So this I put on top of here. I used my spray pan. I don't have any, but you can totally put on seasoning. McCormick has, then there's Mrs. Dash, then there's, McCormick is, then Costco has like a salt-free salt. Mrs. Dash is salt-free. You could do a garlic powder, not garlic salt. And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to show you exactly that it weighs exactly 4 ounces. So I'm going to go behind the camera and bring the camera to you, and then I'm going to set it back up to where it is. So I'm going to pour one of these in. So this is zeroed out right now. I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to pour it right in here. And you will see, per me moving my camera, that says exactly 4 ounces. Okay? My bowl. Okay. Now I'm going to move it back, hopefully in the exact same spot. Sorry about this. Okay, and I'm going to put it back in my mock bowl. You can see not all the pieces are exactly the same size. I tried, so you'll have like a little bit thick, but for them to cook properly. So I got my oven at about, now I'm going to tell you at the end of the video, about how long it took. So I'm guesstimating maybe 20-25 minutes. So I got my oven at about 350, and I'm going to put it in the top right here. And when it is done, I'm going to show you what they look like. Okay, so I'm back. It took about 15 minutes at 350 on the top. So, let me just tell you, this is what I tell people. Food prep does not have to be that hard. I wrote Christmas cards. I actually, and both my kids love eating healthy, so I actually was running low. I never run out of food, but I noticed that I only have enough chicken for tomorrow. So I'm going to food prep probably tomorrow, but I wanted to make myself my chicken that I need for tomorrow, so I cooked it inside the pan right over here, and I actually have a little bit of leftover. I weighed it out, all that. So I did that. I wrote out the Christmas cards. I did not take a shower, as you can see. I answered a couple emails, and boom, 15 minutes later, it's done. Let me shut this off, because I am burning up. But, let me show you, and what I would technically be doing is, I'm going to move this chicken out of the way. What I would technically do is, I would then put it in its little Tupperwares. So I would separate it that way. Now, what I want to show you is, this is what I tell people. So, I'm about to show you something right now. This is the exact one that I touched, which they're all 4 ounces. And I'm going to pour it in here. Get every little piece out. Okay, okay, okay. Are you ready? I'm going to go behind the camera. 3 ounces. Okay? So, getting back to here. So this is what I tell people all the time. You weigh it out after you cook it. You think you're eating 4 ounces when you're probably eating 5 or more. So if you were to weigh out 4 ounces of a sweet potato and you're sending all of your stats to your trainer, or you're trying to follow the guidelines, and you're not weighing it before it's cooked, then you're eating more than what you're supposed to be eating. So you always have to weigh it before. So look, you lost a whole ounce, and all this time you could be eating more than... Thing's about to buzz. So that's how you do it. It's separated. You could separate it into even more. If you're having your sweet potatoes once or twice a day, depending on whether it's a training day or a cardio day, you can add up how many you're going to need for the week. You can make this all week. You can make 7 days worth of sweet potatoes. It does not have to be, and many, many years ago I did, before I knew about all this, I did say you don't want to make your sweet potatoes for more than 1 or 2 days because it'll get soggy. But when you roast them like this, bake them, whatever you want to call it, then they will last all week. And you put them in their separate Tupperwares. Don't put them in one, obviously, because then you don't know how to separate it. So you separate them, buy a bunch of little Tupperwares. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them in the dollar store. Make sure they're good, and you don't want to buy, like, if you're going to use it for fish or chicken, and I mean really even this, just be careful with the dollar store because you don't want them to be cheap and then not really totally sealed. Usually the ones that snap are good. I mean, these are good if you hear it snap. These I really like also. These I got at Lucky's. So I hope you guys like this. Definitely start doing it this way. Get yourself a scale if you don't have one so you know, because it's really hard to guesstimate what something is. You know, I teach people about the size of your hand, but I've been a trainer, health coach, I like to call myself, for 17 years. I've been working out since I'm 16 years old. I've been really getting into like the whole food thing when I found out that I had Crohn's disease, which was 21, and now this next year, coming up in a little while, I will be turning 40. So I've been doing this for a really long time, and I never, like, I was literally cutting up the sweet potatoes, and it said 4.2, and I cut a little piece off and made sure that it was 4. So hope you like this. Leave comments, share it with your friends, and that's it. And, you know, anybody that's interested in our programs, all the links to my coaching program, if you're not local, if you are local, everything is in the description box. So